To win 1 million yen, 8 players must hide throughout the school and survive a 20-minute hunt by 400 high school girls. Anyone who makes it to the end takes home the entire prize. If all of them get caught, the money goes straight to the principal. Player 1, Alex. He shifts an entire row of hallway lockers forward by about 8 inches, then slides himself into the narrow gap between them. From the outside, the lockers look untouched. You'd only find him if you opened the shared bottom compartment and unlocked the hidden panel behind it. Player 2, Logan. In the gym storage room, he spots a pile of heavy folding tables and chairs. He restores the top layer to look normal, then replaces the inside with a hollowed-out fake table he can crawl into. From the outside, it's just the same old stack. Unless someone lifts the very top piece, no one would notice anything odd. Player 3, Mason. He targets the ice machine in the hallway. It's full of ice and surprisingly roomy. He squeezes himself inside and covers his face with ice cubes. He's convinced no student on Earth would ever guess someone could be hiding inside the ice. Player 4, Tyler. He sticks to his signature face-on-display style and chooses the wall clock as his hiding spot. In his mind, nobody checks the time when school's not in session anyway. And honestly, if you weren't looking carefully, even a person with perfect eyesight might miss him. Players 5, 6, and 7, Dylan, Ryan, and Blake. They team up. The music room walls are built with a zigzag structure, naturally forming 3 narrow cavities. Each of them squeezes into one slot. Their logic is simple. No way anyone thinks 3 people hid in the same wall. Even if one gets caught, the other 2 might survive. Player 8, Hannah. She finds a hidden corner in the tea room. By putting up a false wall and covering the front with storage boxes, she creates a perfect blind spot. Unless someone pulls out the boxes one by one, there's no way to notice the space behind them. Once everyone is in position, the 20-minute countdown begins. 400 students pour into the school like a tidal wave. The tea room is searched first. Students check every shelf and cabinet, but nobody pays attention to the storage box in the corner. Hannah survives the opening sweep. Next, a group of girls rushes into the music room. None of them notice anything unusual about the zigzag walls. Meanwhile, Alex, whose hiding spot sits right on the main pathway, is in danger early. One sharp-eyed girl notices the lockers look slightly shifted and calls her friends over. They open cubby after cubby, checking row by row, but everything they see is empty. Finding one flaw in dozens of lockers is harder than it sounds. A few girls head to the gym storage area next, but only give the folding tables a quick look. They don't notice what's wrong with the stack. Over in the calligraphy room, however, Tyler's clock strategy collapses fast. As the girls scan the room, one of them casually looks up and immediately sees a human face where a clock should be. Tyler becomes the first player eliminated. With one player out, everyone becomes more cautious. Students start checking suspicious areas with more attention. Back at the ice machine, Mason stays safe for now. Someone does open the door, but all they see are harmless ice cubes. They completely miss his frozen, miserable face buried inside. But Logan isn't as lucky. More students arrive at the folding tables, and one girl notices the stack looks too neat. The tables are heavy, so she asks for help. Together they lift the top layer, revealing the fake table underneath. And Logan is caught, becoming the second player eliminated. In the music room, the trio faces danger too. A girl taps along the wall but misses the concealed latch. Just as Dylan quietly celebrates, another girl randomly presses the hidden handle. The panel opens, and Dylan is found. His elimination, however, draws all attention to that one cavity, giving his teammates precious time. At the same moment, the ice machine door opens again. This time the searchers look longer, and Mason is finally spotted. 4 players remain: Hannah, Ryan, Blake, and Alex. By halftime, every area has been searched to some degree, but Hannah's tea room disguise still holds strong. In the music room, students take a second look at the hollow wall. They find the exit from below, and Ryan is caught before he even realizes what happened. Catching 2 people in the same location pulls all focus to that wall, making Blake's survival chances much higher. Back in the tea room, pressure builds. A more experienced group of students notices one extra storage box. They pull the boxes out one by one, preparing to check the wall behind them, only to see Hannah hiding inside. She becomes the next elimination. Now only Blake and Alex are left. With 2 minutes remaining, the entire school is in full sweep mode, but the music room has already produced 2 captures, so nobody checks it again. And although students keep returning to the hallway lockers, Alex's hidden panel stays undiscovered. The final buzzer sounds. Blake and Alex are the last survivors, and they take home the 1 million yen prize. To win 1 million yen, 6 players must hide somewhere on the school grounds and evade a thorough 10-minute search by 1,500 high school students. The last person standing takes home the million-yen prize. If all are caught, the principal keeps the money, but the entire school gets 3 days off. Player 1, Mike. He chose a row of unremarkable extracurricular books in the library. He pulled the entire bookshelf out slightly to create a narrow gap just big enough to squeeze into, then latched the cover from the inside. The only flaw was that section of the shelf looked a bit wider than usual, but only if someone remembered its original width. Player 2, Jake. His target was the air conditioning unit outside the boys' dorm. He gutted all the internal machinery to make a perfectly sized hiding spot. From the outside, it looked like a normal AC unit sitting there. No one would suspect a thing unless they went out of their way to open the cover. Player 3, Ken. He spent 2 days wandering the playground before settling on a dusty road roller in the corner. He moved the real one and worked with the art club overnight to build an exact hollow replica, complete with matching rust and scratches. It was just big enough for him to curl up inside. Now he just had to fool the students who saw the real thing every day. Player 4, Sam. He leaned into the distraction strategy, painted himself to look like a basketball, climbed into a hoop in the gym storage room, and blended in with a pile of real balls. With the dim lighting, no one would notice him unless they counted the balls carefully, letting him hide in plain sight. Player 5, Alex. He went for the boldest plan, borrowed a school uniform, put on a mask, and pretended to be a student joining the 1,500 searchers. At under 5 feet 7 inches, he figured no one would pick him out in the chaos of the 20-minute hunt. Player 6, Pete. He set his sights on the huge chair drawers under the gym stage. Thousands of folding chairs were neatly stacked inside. He emptied the deepest compartment to make a flat hiding spot, then rearranged the real chairs in front. Even if students opened the drawers, all they'd see was a mountain of chairs. Sorting through them would take so long the search would be over before they found him. Once all 6 were hidden, the countdown ended. The 1,500 students flooded out of classrooms like a tidal wave, spreading across the campus. Alex slipped into the crowd seamlessly, wandering with the others like he belonged. At first, everyone stayed safe. Students walked past Ken's replica road roller, but focused on a tool shed nearby that looked more like a hiding spot. The gym was packed. People checked the stage and bleachers, but no one wanted to tackle the drawers of folding chairs. Just thinking about moving them one by one was exhausting. In the storage room, students stood on the basketball hoop to reach high shelves, ignoring the pile of balls beneath their feet. But their luck didn't last. Cut to Ken, a boy walked by and kicked the road roller casually. To his surprise, the seemingly solid machine fell apart, revealing Ken curled up inside the hollow drum. After all that work on the replica, he became the first player eliminated. Meanwhile, Alex had fully integrated into the search team. Masked and acting the part, he blended right in with the other students. In the gym storage room, Sam's luck ran out too. At first, everyone focused on metal shelves, corners, and cabinets. No one bothered with a pile of ordinary basketballs. But as the search narrowed, someone finally noticed the ball with eyes that looked totally off. Sam was exposed on the spot, becoming the second eliminated player. Mission accomplished for the distraction guy. With half the time gone, trouble struck the library. 2 girls stopped at Mike's shelf. One was a regular library volunteer. She immediately noticed the books weren't part of the school's collection. Tapping the shelf, the hollow echo confirmed her hunch. Mike, who'd prided himself on his seamless hiding spot, was no match for someone who knew the library like the back of her hand. He became the third elimination. Only 3 players remained: Pete, Jake, and Alex. The students had searched most obvious spots and were growing frustrated. Outside the dorm, someone finally suspected Jake's AC unit. A boy shook the case, noticed it felt too light, but hesitated to break school property and walked away. Jake breathed a sigh of relief until a group of girls wandered over. They stared at the AC for a minute, then turned to leave, only to double back for no reason. Jake, curled inside, made direct eye contact with them and was eliminated. As for Alex, he was having a blast. He ran with the students to the gym, watched Jake get caught, and filmed everything with his phone, completely forgetting he was a player. Several girls thought he looked familiar, and his nervous avoidance only made them more suspicious. His undercover act was blown, and he fell just 1 minute short of victory. With just over a minute left, Pete was the last one standing. The gym stage drawers finally got a thorough check. Some students gritted their teeth and opened a few compartments, but seeing the endless stack of chairs, they had no courage to move them all. Finding one hidden spot among a dozen identical drawers and thousands of chairs was nearly impossible. The final whistle blew, time was up, lights came on, and when the answer was revealed, the students realized what they'd missed. The spot that seemed most troublesome was actually the safest hiding place. In the end, only Pete held out until the last second. Thanks to a pile of folding chairs no one wanted to move, he walked away with the 1 million yen prize. So here's the question. If it were you, where would you hide in this school? To win 1 million yen, 7 players must hide in every corner of the school. They need to evade a carpet search by 500 high school girls for 20 minutes. The last one standing takes home the 1 million yen prize. Otherwise, the money goes to the principal, but the entire school gets 3 days off. Player 1, Alex, built an ultra-realistic prop flower bed and placed it in the stairwell corner. He distressed the wooden frame, covered the outside with real tree bark, and buried dead leaves in the dirt. From the outside, it looks indistinguishable from the school's original landscaping. He's hiding under the fake tree roots inside. But will this disguise fool the students? Player 2, Jake, plans to hide in the storage shed in the playground corner. He created a secret compartment under the box where brooms are stored. From the outside, there's no sign of any changes. The brooms can be taken out freely. Only by picking up the middle broom, which is attached to a hidden door, can you open the compartment at the bottom. It's a clever design, but it would be awkward if someone picks the middle broom first. Now, player 3, Marcus, is taking a primitive approach. He chose the tree with the lushest foliage near the playground. He put on a jungle ghillie suit and hung directly between 2 large branches. From a distance, he looks like a tangled clump of canopy. He blends seamlessly with the surroundings without any sense of dissonance. Player 4, Ethan, set up a temporary table and a large fish tank in the hallway behind the physics lab. He's hiding under the fake rocks inside the tank. As long as he keeps his eyes closed, there's almost no way to notice anything amiss. But will the sudden appearance of a fish tank catch the students' attention? Player 5, Logan, went to the second floor of the art gallery. He asked the prop team to build a new column. There's just enough space inside for him to hide. The color, texture, and size of the column are identical to the load-bearing columns next to it. Next to the hanging paintings, there's a small note that reads, "Turn left." A left rotation unlocks the mechanism. The person who opens it gets an unexpected surprise. Player 6, Dylan, set his sights on a dead spot in the school building hallway. He built a fake wall 30 centimeters outside the original wall. The gap between the 2 walls is just enough to hide him. He used the same type of wall panels to make a magnetic hidden door. It looks flawless from the outside. Finally, player 7, Ryan, chose the closet at the end of the etiquette classroom. He emptied the cushions and cardboards inside, sat in, and completely covered his face with a prop cushion. The entire closet seems no different from usual. It's just unusually neat. It all depends on how careful the students are. Once all 7 players are hidden, the countdown ends. 500 high school girls rush out of the classrooms like a flood. The entire campus instantly turns into a search battlefield. On the playground, some head straight for the equipment storage shed. In the hallways, groups of students rush to the art gallery and etiquette classroom. The new lounge and study room are soon packed to the brim. At first, the players are lucky. In the corner of the playground storage shed, no one wants to touch the dirty, messy clutter. The second floor of the art gallery is so spacious that a group of students glance at it in a hurry and mark it as safe. Near the physics lab, many people walk past the fish tank. They pay no attention to the extra tank, let alone the strangely expressive rock inside. But the calm is soon broken. At the 4-minute mark, Dylan, hiding in the fake wall, is the first to be eliminated. 2 girls finished searching the couch cushions in the lounge and were about to leave. One of them suddenly felt something off about the corner. The seam of the wall was slightly different from the others. She reached out in pride, and the fake wall swung open. It revealed Dylan, who looked completely dumbfounded as he was caught red-handed. Meanwhile, Alex, hiding in the stairwell corner, holds his breath. He listens to the students' footsteps shuttling back and forth. One girl notices something unusual. She only checks a potted plant that can barely fit a dog. She completely ignores the flower bed that can fit a person, letting Alex narrowly escape disaster. But it doesn't take long for the second eliminee to emerge. Near the playground, a girl looks up at the sky. She accidentally catches a glimpse of a strange bump between the tree canopy. She changes her angle and sees it's actually a boot. Marcus was so focused on hiding his body that he forgot to cover his shoes. He becomes the second player to be eliminated. Alex's luck doesn't last long either. His flower bed disguise is actually quite good, but he just happened to run into a longtime fan of the show. As a girl walks past the steps, she remembers someone hiding in a tree stump in a previous episode. She tentatively tugs at the flower bed's tree stump. Alex hiding underneath is instantly exposed. In contrast, Ethan in the lab is having an unexpectedly smooth time. Even if someone notices the fish tank, they're all drawn to the little fish inside. They never suspect there's a person hiding in the rocks. On the other side, the closet in the etiquette classroom is always a top suspect area. Groups of students push the door open one after another. Their eyes always fall on the shelf of cushions. But no one thinks to move the cushions. At most, they pat them casually and leave. Ryan listens to the door open and close again and again. He feels both nervous and relieved, until several girls responsible for cleaning come in. One of them immediately notices something off. The height of the cushions is different from what she remembers. After rummaging for a moment, they drag Ryan out of the closet. At the end of the first half, only 3 players remain. They are Ethan in the fish tank, Logan in the art gallery column, and Jake in the equipment storage shed. The second half begins, and the students are clearly a little lost. Many corners have been searched multiple times with no clues. Just then, the program team gives a key hint. The prey may be hiding in common buildings. This hint delivers a fatal blow to Jake. A large crowd of students instantly floods the playground storage shed. During the carpet search, someone accidentally touches the fixed broom that won't shake at all. They pull it with force, and the entire rack of brooms swings open like a door. Jake is forced to be eliminated. Now only 2 players are left. Ethan is still safe. The hallway behind the classroom is already underpopulated. The few students who pass by mostly look at the fish through the glass. They exclaim, "So cute," without carefully searching the tank. Logan in the art gallery isn't so lucky. Several girls take turns tapping each column to compare the sounds. The middle one sounds slightly hollow, but it doesn't arouse much suspicion. Just as Logan is praising the prop team for their great work, one girl feels her way along the wall. She doesn't see the small note, but accidentally triggers the rotation mechanism. Logan is regrettably eliminated. All the pressure instantly falls on Ethan. Even though everyone is still searching hard, the hallway behind the physics lab is inherently remote. For 20 minutes, countless girls walk past the fish tank, but no one thinks to check the fake rocks where Ethan is hiding, until the final whistle blows. Time's up. Ethan successfully holds out until the last second. He wins the 1 million yen prize. When the announcement broadcasts Ethan's location, the girls rush into the physics lab in a stampede. Learning that the target had been hiding in the fish tank all along, they all look frustrated. They had missed the final answer countless times. So here's the question. If it were you, would you have the confidence to find Ethan hiding in the fish tank's rocks within 20 minutes?